We're up to part 4 of the tutorial on how to make a case for your USB power supply. So I've got my assembled parts here, and as I left off last time, I want to add 2 screws, one on each side, so I can actually hold the 2 pieces together. So what I'm going to do is start off by taking the top, the enclosure, clicking on it once, okay, so it's just highlighted in green, right mouse clicking and holding, and going open. What that does is reopens that part only in another screen, okay? So there's the part, but I want to add the holes, like I say, here and here, so I can screw the things together. So I'm going to start by clicking on the top surface, okay, and click once more so it's all green. And I click on extrude, and I'm going to go back to sketch view so it's nice and close. And I'm going to actually zoom in a bit so I can work a bit closer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple holes, build out some material here and over here so I can add some holes. So I'm going to click on the circle tool first, hold down the Alt key, click on this line, and I get another reference line. Hold the Alt key and click over here and get another reference line. Okay. Now I have a cross section right here. So I'm going to grab a circle, and I'm going to click once there, and I'm going to grab another one over here, and eventually what will happen is they'll actually match up to be the same size. Okay. And I go select, and you'll see that I got R1 and R1, and they're the same. So I'm going to change this to 0.25. So if you think of my circle now, the thickness of the case is 1/8 of an inch, and 1/8 plus 1/8 is 1/4. So there's my 0.25, and it matches them up on the both sides. And I'm going to scroll out a tiny bit, and all you got is the drawings. So I select OK. Now here's my extrudes. I'm going to reverse the material, and up here I'm going to have it go all the way through to the other side. Right? It won't show up there, but it's there. Then I click on the OK button. So there's now my 2 bits that bump out for where my screws are going to go. Now the last part is to actually put some screws in. So I'm going to click once more on that surface. I'm going to go do an extrude, and I'll go with 2D right here, or sketch view, and zoom in a bit again. Now this time I'm going to add the same circles, hold the Alt key down, grab that edge to make a reference line, grab that edge because this is the center of the circle, and I'm going to make some smaller circles this time. So I'm going to click one there, this one will match up on the other side, you can see it go green. Right? Hit select, and this time widthwise, because I'm using a number 4 screw, I'm going to take that as, I don't know, maybe 0.08 is going to be the thick or the width of the hole, so that the screw will thread into it. Then I'm going to select OK, and this time I'm going to reverse the direction, remove the material, and you can see the holes there, but I only want the holes to go down about 1/2 inch, so 0.5, because my screws are actually short. Actually, we'll do 0.5. What the heck, it's a bit deep, but that's okay. So there's my 0.5 hole depth. Okay, and then I'm going to select OK. Okay, now you can see them in there. If you want a better view, what you can do sometimes is come up to here. There's a shading with edges. You go hidden lines, and you can actually see where the hole is in there. Okay, so there's my nice depth. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to here, shading with edges. That's what I wanted to do, and I'm going to hit save. And OK. And now when I close this and I go back into here, as I select this, you can actually see, if I zoom in now, okay, you can see the screw holes and all the parts that are already in there. And again, if I just go up to the shade or the hidden line, you can see it in there. Okay, so back to shading with edges. Now the last part is to take, and let me just go Control D to move it out a bit, is to take this base piece and do the same thing. So I click on the base once, click on it again to be in blue. Sorry, that's a lie. Click on it once, hold the right mouse button down, open. Okay, and now I have that piece in here, right? So there's my piece. So again, I'm just going to go click on the surface this time, so it's dark green. Click on extrude. There's my lines. I'll go to 2D. I'm going to zoom in, and now here's my problem. I got to do some math. So I'm going to click on the hole because I know I'm going to put a hole here. I'm going to hold the Alt key down, so I have a reference line there and a reference line there. Okay, and now I need the circle. So in this time, I'm just going to put one in there. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a bit and go select. Okay, and I'm going to go into this and say, well, I need this from the edge over to the center is actually going to be 1/8 of an inch, so it's 0.125. Okay, so that's the center of the circle. And the circle itself this time around has got to be the width of the screw. I'm going to say it's 0.1. Okay, that's going to drop into there. Okay, so there's my circle. Now I can select, I'm going to mirror it. So I'm just going to take a center line, just like before. Okay, there's my center line, put it in place. I'm going to click on mirror. Sorry, first I'm going to select my part. I'm going to click on highlight the part, click mirror, click my center line, and now it's over on the other side and it's all the same. Click on OK. There again, there's my extrude. I'm going to reverse the direction, remove the material. I got my 2 holes, and click OK. Okay, so now I can just save this and close it. And when I go back to my original, there's my assembled part, and you can see the screw holes are there, and because everything lines up, right, you can actually see in there, let me go a bit closer there, you can see that the one down below is smaller and the other one's bigger. This is let the screw drop through the top layer and into the bottom where I can actually thread it in place. So that completes the tutorial on how to draw your box, and then we'll go to the 3D printing next.